Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a what's on my iPad 10th generation video. I got a request from a fan to actually make this video, and people always like, these videos where we go through what's on my tablet and stuff like that. So I thought I'd make it for you guys. Maybe you can gain some insight into my life and the apps I use on a day-to-day basis on my iPad 10th generation. So I'm going to start my screen recording now. And this is when it should pop up on screen. Now, all right, people. So, yeah, I don't use my iPad too often. I use it for a very specific task, which I'll hit on. But to me, an iPad is mostly a media consumption device. Like, it's not made for maximum productivity unless you buy the most premium, like iPad Pro, like with the M1 chip. Your video editing, photo editing, all like that, you could do that, but that's just not for me. So on my home screen, I have like basic widgets that I haven't really played around with at all. Like I have the clock, notes, even though I don't really look at the notes too much. I don't use Apple Notes very much. I use other like note-taking apps and stuff. Mostly Samsung Notes, even though I don't even have a Samsung device at the moment. I have news on here, rarely check that. Weather and calendar, I guess I use somewhat often, just so I can see like what's going on my calendar if I have anything going on. FaceTime, I do like FaceTime on the iPad just because you can put it horizontal, and because of that, this has like the stage. I forget the name of the feature. Anyway, it's got that like center stage. It's got that center stage feature where it will like track you and it'll follow you around. Because it's an ultra wide lens and it's cropping into you the subject, which I think is cool. Files, I almost never use that unless I downloaded something from the internet, but I never use that. Reminders, sometimes use it, like here or there. I sometimes use Apple Reminders, but I think there's way better like reminders apps out there other than Reminders, to be honest. Apple Maps, I don't know why you'd use this on a tablet. Like if you're using maps, I would think you just have it on your phone, but hey, if you need directions, it's there. I just don't use it. Home, I never touched that camera. It's actually a really nice camera on this tablet, I will say. Both rear facing and front facing camera. You get some really good videos, shots, as well as photos as well. Really sharp compared to the older iPads that came out. Really nice image quality on here. App Store, obviously you need that to download apps. Books, never use it. Podcasts, I use Google Podcasts for my podcasts. I don't use Apple Podcasts. Apple TV, I don't have it. Apple News, as I said, I don't really check it. Settings, I use that all the time. In the bottom, we got messages. Messages is cool because you can just like sync up your messages with your iPhone, your Apple Watch, and you can get them all right here on every device. Might get a MacBook too, so I can get messages on that. Chrome, I use Chrome over Safari. Gmail, I use that all the time, every single day. YouTube Music, that's my preferred sort of music application. I pay for that. It's a monthly service. You get a discount if you're a student. I'm just not a student anymore, so I don't get that discount anymore, which kind of sucks. I think it's like $11 a month or something like that. It's not overly expensive. Calendar, I already hit on that. Decent amount. Photos, I don't take too many photos on here, but like for like this screen recording, for example, I have to go into photos and transfer it to my PC and stuff like that. So I guess that's a case where I use photos. Apple Notes, I hit on this. I don't really like Apple Notes overly much, so I don't use it. I much prefer other note-taking softwares. Settings, these are just the most recent use apps. I'm not going to really touch on those. Contacts, not really. Clock, I guess. I've never set an alarm on here. I use clock on my iPhone, just not on my tablet. A lot of these apps just come standard with the iPad, and I just didn't uninstall them or remove it from the home screen. Stocks, I'll check. I mean, I have like brokerage accounts, so I can see how stocks are performing. I don't need the Apple Stocks app, but it's useful. It's there. I mostly actually check stocks on my Apple Watch if I want to look at how the market's performing. On my iPhone, I never use that. I don't lose stuff very often, so I don't have to. Voice memos, I don't use it, but it's actually a really good app if you want to record a podcast. Good microphones built into this iPad, so if you're looking for that, voice memos is a great app, and just this tablet in general, I think, is good. Measure, I've had to use this like maybe once or twice if I need to like measure something using augmented reality. But is it augmented reality? It's AR. It's not VR. I think it's, yeah, we'll go with it. I have used that a little bit if I want to like measure something, just using the camera on here, which is pretty cool. Weather, it's a necessity. I've already hit on that. YouTube, I couldn't tell you how much time I spend on YouTube. It's insane. Netflix, same thing. I like watching movies and TV shows on Netflix. Watching on a tablet makes it even better. Amazon, use that all the time for shopping. Love Amazon. Great shipping service. Like, it's crazy. Now you can get Prime shipping in a couple hours if there's a warehouse nearby. HBO Max, same thing. Use it for streaming services. Google Drive, I use that occasionally if I need to like upload files to Google Drive and access it on my PC. TikTok, I don't really want to get into TikTok. It's such an addicting app. I don't usually use it too much on my tablet. It's mostly a app I use on my iPhone. I think it just makes sense for scrolling like on a phone using your thumb rather than like like using your pointer finger on a tablet to be scrolling. Just kind of weird. Robinhood, I use that for investing, although I do have that same app on my iPhone, so I use it mostly there. Robinhood, I don't have that much money in there. I mostly just use it for like options trading, just for like, I mean, if I'm being honest, it's just gambling. You're just gambling on like where the price of the stock's going to be in the future, and you can make a lot of money or lose a lot of money. But I always say it's better to like invest in for the long run rather than the short run. Acorns, I don't actually have Acorns anymore. I'm gonna uninstall this right now. Just gonna delete that. I deleted my Acorns account and transferred the assets into Fidelity, which is the next app on this list. Fidelity, that's where I keep all my money for investing. Love Fidelity. I have brokerage account, savings account, 401k, and IRA all in Fidelity, so you can open up like so many different accounts. Great. Coinbase, that's what I use for my crypto investments. I don't have that much money in crypto, but Coinbase to me is like the best variety of coins, and there's always new ones being released. Fundrise, that's what I use for my real estate investing app. I found, like, I don't want to go out and like go through the hassle of like buying and selling properties and stuff like that. Way too complicated for me. I don't have the time to do it. So I was like, hey, what apps are out there so I can actually invest in real estate properties? And Fundrise is a great one. A decent amount of money off that so far. Webull, I don't actually have Webull anymore. I signed up for all these brokerage accounts because of like the incentives to open an account. Like they'll like give you free stocks and stuff like that. So I did it just to get those free stocks, and then I ended up canceling my account because I had so many brokerage accounts. It was terrible. I wanted to like, centralize everything, allocate all my assets in one area. So I moved everything to Fidelity, and Robinhood. It's just the last straggler I have. Just because Fidelity options trading isn't as clean. I like Robinhood better for that. Xfinity Stream, this is like Xfinity's like on-demand streaming app. If you have an Xfinity account, obviously like just access all TV shows on here. Sometimes you can get access to TV shows on here that you wouldn't get on other streaming services, which is kind of crazy, but you get a lot of TV shows on Xfinity. GoodNotes, I like GoodNotes more than Apple Notes, especially when it comes to like writing notes. This thing, I much rather, this thing's not even charged. I much rather use GoodNotes. It's GoodNotes 5 to take notes rather than Apple Notes. Way better experience. Apartments.com, I use that all the time when searching for apartments. I don't really need that anymore, however, because I found a place. Trivia Crack, I'll play that occasionally with friends. Trivia Crack is a good app. Good game overall. YouTube Studio, I don't even have to talk about that. I've used that app so much for tracking analytics on the channel. Speaking of which, thank you for the support recently. You guys have been killing it. Rocket League Sideswipe. Haven't played it that much yet, but I'm excited to get into it because I'm a big Rocket League fan, and the fact that you can play it on mobile now, which is kind of insane. Podcasters. This used to be Anchor. Anchor apparently was bought out by Spotify. That's why the app is like the Spotify logo, just purple. So maybe if I get back into podcasting, we can just use that. And YouTube also just added a separate playlist for podcasts, which is really cool. Filmora HD. It's there if I ever need to edit a video on a tablet or my iPad. I don't want to, but it's there. And then Transfer. This is the app I use for actually transferring files on here to my PC to edit. I'm thinking about the MacBook just because there's AirDrop and it's so much easier to transfer files from like other Apple devices to your laptop to actually edit, and MacBooks are good at editing, so it's like a 2-for-1. But yeah, for now I have to use that feature. So yeah, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta stop recording now. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed learning about what's on my iPad 10th generation. Thank you so much for the recent support on my videos. And I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much. Subscribe, like this video, maybe. Yeah, peace out, everyone. Have a great day. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching another video on my channel. If you're interested, click over here to subscribe to the channel and click over here for another amazing tech video review / tutorial. And yeah, thanks so much for checking out the channel. Appreciate all you guys. See you in the next video.